Oh, we got to win a ton. We got to win a bunch of games. I've been winning 10 games a year for 20 years or something, I mean, what are my expectations? We're going to win a bunch. I can't even think of what else it could be other than being really successful. This connection between us and our fans is crucial to us being successful.
Oh, really, Pete? We're going to be competitive this year? We're going to win a lot of games this year? We're going to win 10 games at least?
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
I mean, right now we're 13 weeks, 14 weeks in on the season, and the Raiders are the Raiders. Never would I have thought going into the season with Pete Carroll, even with Geno Smith and this offense, that I think that this team would be the worst team in the NFL, damn near the worst team in the NFL. At least right now, we're sitting at that number 2 pick at 2-11 after recently losing to the Denver Broncos. Let alone the stadium over here in Las Vegas was filled with Bronco fans, and we know that Bronco fans, they travel well. That sea of orange, you see it almost everywhere. Now, putting that to the side a little bit, yeah, I know the home field advantage ain't that great, but also, the team hasn't been looking great. This team, this Las Vegas Raiders team under Pete Carroll, this Pete Carroll era has not been good at all. Offensively, we look bad. I don't think that's anything new. We still got an offensive line coordinator that has a job, which is really surprising to me. The defense, on the other hand, is trying to keep it together. But at the end of the day, the most frustrating thing about this team is the fact that we have no identity at all. No identity whatsoever. And for a head coach that has preached compete all off season long, heck, when you're driving here in Las Vegas, you can't miss that big ass sign that says time to compete with Pete Carroll's picture plastered all over the billboard. This team has not been competitive at all. And that's why there's so many Raider fans that are really frustrated with this team, let alone fans that don't even want to show up to the games because this team has just been that bad. Now, I know that losing has never stopped the Raidernation from showing up. Heck, I was at LA just a week ago at SoFi Stadium with a losing record, and the Raidernation still showed up. Of course, Las Vegas is a whole different beast when it comes to entertainment and just fans wanting to come and enjoy the best city and the greatest stadium in the NFL. But when there's a lot of people questioning why there's opposing fans coming over here to Las Vegas, that's the reason why. Then again, I understand why there's fans that don't want to come and spend their hard-earned money on this team. I know I go, but that's just me going. But I bring that all up because Pete Carroll, something that I seen on social media floating around that caught my eye this morning was Pete Carroll basically calling out the Raider Nation for not showing up and just giving this team some energy in the stands and the stadium to help them out and support them, saying that the connection with the fans is crucial to the team's success. What?
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
But before I harp on that a little bit more, and I let you guys know what Pete Carroll did say, if this is the very first time you guys are coming across this channel and you love Raiders content just like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button and that notification icon button to notify you guys when I upload more videos like this. That said, this is what Pete Carroll had to say about the opposing fans coming and taking over the stadium, not just this game, but for multiple games, and the Raider Nation not really showing up in Vegas.
I had these thoughts coming into this one, waiting to see what it looked like, and there's a lot of orange in the stadium, for real. I wish I would have started it earlier because this connection between us and our fans is crucial to us being successful. And if you think about what we had in Seattle and what we had in the Coliseum, we had huge crowds in our favor. And I understand that, everybody wants to come to Vegas and all that, and so that it's a hot ticket for people to come. And so I'm sure that those that own tickets, are challenged by how they do it. But if we're going to do this, we have to do it together, and we're going to need the fans to support us. I know we got to get them something to cheer about and all that, and be fired up because they, part of this whole experience is about the joy that you get from following your team and supporting them and all. So it's going to take some time to do that, but. When they're here, and this is a great stadium to play in, it's a great event to watch a game, for our fans. I just hope that we can earn their way into it, and so it's frustrating. But I'm not faulting them. They got to see it happen. It's well before I got here. This has been around. So, but I would like them. And here's the thought. I would like them to be here when it turns, and so that they could be part of it and they could have their role in it and be connected to us and. They'll kind of have wished they did, when it does. And so with the forward thought, I hope we can do this together.
Now, there's a lot to take out of this because As a Raider fan, I find this kind of frustrating to hear, especially from the head coach. And I know that there's a lot of Raider fans that, I go back and forth with all the time about showing up to the games, not showing up to the games, boycotting the team, yada, yada, yada. That's between the fans and what they want to do. But when it comes from the head coach, and the head coach is saying that they need the fans in the stadium to give them that energy so they can find some success on the field, it's straight up BS. You can't say that the connection with the team and the fans is really crucial when the team isn't putting anything on the field worth watching, worth wanting to spend any money towards. And trust me, a lot of fans say that Raider fans don't show up. They will show up. They have shown up in Vegas when they have something to cheer for, when they have some type of hope. But for a season like this year, as bad as it's been, especially with Pete Carroll, with Geno Smith, all the antics that's been going on and off the field, you can't blame any Raider fan for not wanting to show up. I even say that. I say that I don't blame no Raider fans for not showing up. It's just the ones that complain and say don't go to the games. Relax. That being said, why would you expect that out of the fans? When you know that the team is that bad, when you know that you guys haven't been doing anything. I don't know what you guys do from Monday to Friday at practice to show anything, because on game days, it just seems like they don't know what they're doing out there, whether it's the offensive line, whether it's the defense, whether it's the special teams, whether it's the quarterback. There's no accountability anywhere. And when the fans actually do show up to these games, you guys don't do anything as well. So why would anybody want to show up? That's what I find real hard to understand with Pete Carroll's statement is the Raider fans, they don't show up every single game. There's a few of us that are loyal, that will always come, that will show up no matter what. But then to expect the rest of the Raider Nation to show up on game days when you guys haven't been doing anything is crazy. And like I said, when the Raider fans do show up to these games, heck, that home opener game against the LA Chargers at Allegiant Stadium, that mug was filled with Raider fans. There was a whole group of Raider fans over there. It was blacked out. Raider fans were excited. They really wanted to show up and they really wanted to win. I had my hopes up high because after we beat the New England Patriots, we had a good spot to take over the AFC West at that point at Allegiant Stadium. But what happened? The Raiders being the Raiders. And that team that we seen against the LA Chargers in week 2 was the same damn team that we seen damn near every single week. So if there's anybody that needs to get anything together, it's the damn team. It's the coaching staff. It's the players on the team. It's the higher ups. They're the ones that got to get their shit together, not the fans. We'll show up when we show up. We'll show up when the team wins. And I know it's going to feel real good when the team actually wins, because when they do, it's fun to be lit. You go back to 2021. I was there at that game. The LA Chargers game versus the Raiders here at Allegiant Stadium, coming down to overtime where we win it and go to the playoffs. Man, the vibes that whole day, that whole weekend in general, the tailgate to the game, to the festivities, to the energy in the stadium, that's what we love to see. That's the type of team that we want to cheer for. Not a team that is led by a quarterback that hasn't been doing much and that also has flipped off the Raider fans and has been subpar. On top of that, still employing an offensive line coordinator that has no business and coaching in the NFL. But the only reason why he has that job is because he's your son. And like I've said before, and I'm going to continue to say it, I hate having to move on from coaches after 1 year, especially with this Raiders team, no matter how bad it's been. But Pete Carroll's ego is going to be the main reason why he's going to get fired pretty soon. And I don't think that his job is safe at all over here in Las Vegas. It's honestly sad to see because I'm a big fan of Pete Carroll, but seeing what he's done with the Raiders and just the things that the questionable decisions that he's made with his team, there's a lot of things that a lot of Raider fans are frustrated with. And Pete Carroll's stubbornness is something that is hard to really overlook. You look at Caleb Rogers, who recently played against his Broncos team, a guy that wasn't deemed ready to play and was one of the young players that this coaching staff wanted to see more out of to at least get some playing time. You see him against the Broncos, 32 pass snaps, 0 penalties, 0 sacks, 0 heads, 0 hurries, and 0 pressures. But you know what? I guess he wasn't ready. I guess Alex Kappa, I guess Will Putnam, they were better options than the guys that you actually drafted. And Caleb Rogers easily showed you that he's a solid offensive lineman if you leave him out there. And that's why we look at guys like Pete Carroll, we look at Brendan Carroll and question, what the hell is going on? The same can be said with JPJ and Jordan Meredith and flipping this whole offensive lineup when we didn't need to do that at all. Heck, not even addressing the offensive line was a big issue as well. So much so that even Richie Incognito, former Raiders offensive lineman, called out the Raiders in a tweet saying he had a bad practice. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Not only that, the other young players that barely had any time throughout the season, Jack Best, who finally got a little bit more playing time, was the leading receiver in this game. 6 receptions, 50 yards. Not much, but there's potential there. He just hasn't been getting a lot of time. I mean, Tyler Lockett is coming in and getting way more time than Jack Best, but it is what it is, right? Cedric Jackson, who came in at the end of the game, had a huge 25-yard touchdown. Great throw by Kenny Pickett, who I've been saying I wanted to see out there a long time ago. Kenny Pickett flashed in this game as well. 8 for 11, 97 yards, a touchdown. Looked way better than Geno Smith with this same offensive line. So who's to say that any other quarterback, or maybe Kenny Pickett, would have been better than what we've seen from Geno Smith, heck, even AOC. But we go right back to that notion of Pete Carroll just has his guys and he's going to stick with them. And that's why I said he's going to go down with the ship that he built over here in Las Vegas. I mean, these are the things that get Raider Nation to turn on you. I mean, first was Geno Smith flipping off the fans, and now kind of taking a dig at the Raider Nation. I don't know if that's a good look for you, Pete. But Raider Nation, let me know what you guys think about this down in the comments below. Until the next video, this your boy, some more Raider, and your boy is Yow.